Wait, baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? I just 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no plan. These red bottoms, I know Vans. And she telling all her friends, I might put them on the gram. Baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? I just 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no plan.
It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Tonight, the Brooklyn Nets playing host to the LA Clippers. The Nets able to control the tip. We're underway. Innings growing up. And where do you live now? Brooklyn.
Of course, I'm following my favorite team, and these comments are probably going to sound biased because they are. But Brooklyn is a completely different place. Only 5 minutes outside Manhattan. It almost feels like a suburb of the city. And the fact that it's culturally relevant, it just feels like Brooklyn is the new place to be.
Beverly to Leonard.
Three.
Sheer strength to slam it down. He ran right through the gauntlet.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prom City.
To Dinwiddie. Screen coming. Here's Durant for two. Can't connect.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Irving. They'll get it to Durant. Kevin Durant missed his first. That one goes.
Old school equals high percentage.
LA Clippers with the basketball to Paul George. To Leonard. Here comes the screen. Kawhi Leonard, defended by Kevin Durant. Wide open look, won't go.
But if great shooters keep getting open looks, it's a matter of time before they start knocking them down. You have to start contesting some shots.
Durant with the basketball up top. He'll run the offense. To Dinwiddie. Down low to Jordan. The pass set it all up.
Come on, DJ. Give the people what they want. I want that for my screensaver.
Leonard to Beverly. Kawhi Leonard sends it away.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Beverly. A pass stolen by the Nets. To Dinwiddie. Deep two there. Won't go.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1 for the Brooklyn Nets.
Kevin Durant. A couple of free throws on the way. Career 88% from the line. Oops. He missed the first one. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Clippers have the basketball.
Defense, let's go.
Probing the defense. Nothing going here on that drive. Screen coming. Paul George fires. Irving into the front court. Up by 3. Jay, 28 wins a year ago for the Nets, but a couple of individuals, they shined in their playing time.
8 wins better than the year before. And think about Jared Allen for this team. He is a new age 5, has the versatility and the speed to run the court. And then you think about a guy like Spencer Dinwiddie, who actually got drafted in the 2nd round and actually gambled on himself, had a horrific knee injury. To see the kind of minutes due to the injuries that he played and the level that he played at, this team is on their way.
Defense making the ball carrier work. To Irving. Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. Kyrie lets it go. And it's Zubac with the rebound. Kawhi Leonard, tough matchup against Durant. To George. Nothing going here on that drive. Paul George. To Leonard. Here's a chance from long range. And it's Jordan there for the rebound. Here's Irving into the front court. Leads 3. Kyrie Irving, 2 of 4 now. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
Ah, scary sight. DeAndre Jordan with the putback slam.
That's a DJ we all know and love.
Screen coming. Paul George. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
Bread and butter. And there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Paul George, 4-2, taking advantage of the turnover.
When I played, and I see guys do this all the time, when you shoot, the target isn't the basket. The target is actually before you even go into the shot. The target are your hands defensively. If your hands are down and you give me clear vision towards the bucket, that shot's definitely going up.
Leonard to Paul George. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Knocks down the first. To hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Irving with the basketball. Leads 5. Can't connect. Williams across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
To the rim, lays it up and in.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Jay, the Clippers last year were 2 games better than 500. Pretty amazing when you think about what they dealt with.
Most definitely. But everything for this Clipper organization starts with Lou Williams. He is a stud for this team. It's the 2nd time in his career he's been named 6th Man of the Year. And that's why they signed the 31-year-old to a 3-year, $24 million deal.
Drives, but a shot won't go down. Leonard to George. Nothing going here on that drive. It's George for 2. The shot almost. Brooklyn's got it. To Durant. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Off the mark on the first free throw. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Nothing going here on that drive. George to Harkless. To Paul George. From the outside, no good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Kyrie Irving. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
It's PG for 2. Durant across the timeline. Up 6. Irving over to the right side. Harris, tough matchup against George. To Durant. Shot clock violation. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Williams' shot won't go. To Irving. From long range. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Into the front court, it's Irving. Shot clock turned off as they get a chance to build their lead. Williams into the front court. Down 6. PG lets it fly. Gets a shot up off the mark. Through one here at Barclays Center. The Nets out in front. Jay and I are back to Brooklyn right after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Second quarter is set to start. Neither team set the tone to start this one. Jay, do you expect that to change?
Both teams are trying to feel each other out, but I like the aggression that both teams established in the first quarter. This is the first quarter league. The way you play in the opening minutes really sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Williams to George.
So, Ed, my man P. Bev the other day made some comments on social media. I want to get your reaction. He said, I'll tell you right now, we are the best team in L.A. How do you feel about that?
Jay, since the Clippers moved from San Diego, I don't know if that's been the case once. Maybe going back a few years, but LeBron James is in L.A. now. I don't know if Patrick Beverley's right on that one. To Irving. Here comes the screen. Irving. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Paul George to Beverley. Jared Allen. Huge block. And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. New blood coming in for both sides.
For the Nets, number 8, Spencer Dinwiddie. Into the game for the Clippers, number 20.
Got a piece of him.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Short jumper won't go down.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Can't connect from inside. To Paul George. Five on the shot clock. George lets it fly with the step back.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Short jumper won't fall.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Unbothered by the defense as he drills it. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively, he makes those clutch shots. It re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
The assist from number 12, Joe Harris.
George to Williams. Down for Harkless. Can't miss those. Dinwiddie into the front court. They lead it. 4-point game. Screen coming. Prince against George. To Dinwiddie. Going to launch beyond the arc. Tough shot for Dinwiddie. No good. Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards. And if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
All by himself, creates his own shot there.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
Now the Clippers call a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Paul George fires. That's rebounded by Kyrie. No good. The Nets have the rebound. Kyrie across the timeline. Up by 6. Durant to Irving. To Durant. Beyond the arc for 3. Tough shot. Well defended.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Paul George. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
And the basket good at the rim.
And see, this is simple. This is where the PG pulls the bigs over to the side and says, we can't allow that to happen. You need to be an enforcer down low.
Leonard to George. To Leonard. Gets it in the right corner. Good look that time, but off the mark. Irving into the front court. His team on top by 8. Nothing going here on that drive. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. So important to take care of the basketball. Easy 2 on the other end after the turnover.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Dinwiddie matched up with Paul George. Even to Zubac. Pins it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First one goes down.
Good shot.
Number 23, Louis Williams. Entering the game for Brooklyn.
Able to convert on both free throws.
See you've been working on your game.
Brooklyn with the basketball.
Come left.
To Irving. Probing the defense. Irving to Jordan. The Nets now with 4 to shoot. Irving. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Paul George. Nothing going here on that drive. Down to 5 on the 24. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Here's Irving into the front court. Leads 4 to Jordan. Durant against George. Nothing going here on that drive. Kevin Durant, 2 of 4 now.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
Here comes the screen. George. Short jumper off the mark. Nets have the basketball. Sizing up the defense to Dinwiddie. Shot clock winding down. Irving. Deep 2 there, won't go. Beverly into the front court. Now down 6. George, defended by Kevin Durant. To Leonard. Has a chance. Shot by Leonard won't go.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot. but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Curling inside. Offensive board. Oh, scary stuff from DeAndre Jordan. 3 for 3 in this first half.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
George to Leonard. Oh, pass stolen by the Nets. Durant. Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot. Straight on 3 at the buzzer. That's it for the first half. The Nets have the lead.
Thanks, Ed. Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
I got ball.
Paul George. To Beverly.
Watch that cutter.
Paul George, 4-2, and he knocks it down. Jay, as key a move as you'll find in the NBA.
And it is the new age triple threat. It does 2 things. Number 1, it creates distance in a hurry. Number 2, when you're stepping east to west while maintaining your dribble, which is the difference maker, it throws a defender off because now he's at your mercy and he's off balance.
And it just may be, Jay, the biggest threat late in the shot clock.
Especially if you add a hesitation to the move or if you look at the rim, you'll most time have the defender jumping out of the shoes.
We wish defenders all the best in this game defending that. Baseline drive. Knocks it down from mid-range.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next-level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Kawhi Leonard snatching it out of the air.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Irving to Dinwiddie. 5 seconds to shoot. Durant. That's good D. Shot no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
George to the basket, but it won't go. To Irving. Screen coming. Goaltending's called. Count the basket. It's LA Clippers ball. George to Leonard. Here comes the screen. Kawhi Leonard. He's 3 for 7.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Durant with the basketball up top. He'll run the offense. To Dinwiddie. Here comes the screen. Jumper's good.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2 guard. Scary.
Leonard to George. Beverly to Leonard. Trying to cash in. It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Here comes the screen. A drive to the basket, but the shot won't go down.
Hey, lock up, lock up.
Leonard. To Paul George. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. It's George for 2. And Jordan able to secure the rebound. Kyrie with the run to Durant. Irving. To Dinwiddie.
Hey, can't get the ball.
Has a look. Wide open look, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
To George. The screen sets him up for 2.
Oh my goodness. Someone please patch me into the arena intercom.
I got ball.
Clean up on aisle 3.
To Irving. Fires the 3. Offensive board. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
LA Clippers with the basketball. It's PG for 2. Count the basket.
Ooh, I'm telling you from experience, his teammates will never let that one down.
Irving with the basketball. Leads a bucket. Here comes the screen. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
I got ball.
Beverly to Paul George. Nothing going here on that drive. A fundamental shot right there. Into the front court, it's Irving. Tie game, 3rd quarter. To Dinwiddie. Irving to Durant. Shot no good there by Dinwiddie.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Gets a look. Can't hit. Kyrie across the timeline. Our score all even in this 3rd quarter. Screen coming. Dinwiddie against Paul George. And buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Timeout called here by the Clippers as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game.
Tickets before the end of today's game, and you'll receive an exclusive discount.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Paul George to Harkless. PG lets it fly. Brooklyn secures the rebound. From the painted area, won't go down. Williams across the timeline. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Lou Williams. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now. The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. Prince, defended by Harkless. To Irving. Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. And it's Zubac with the rebound. Williams into the front court. Looking to make something happen, and he'll head to the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Lou Williams at the line for 2 shots. A career 83% free throw shooter. First free throw is good.
Number 8, Spencer Dinwiddie.
No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Dinwiddie with the basketball. His guys now trailing by a point. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
When one player goes down, or maybe in this case 2, it gives a player an opportunity to really rise to the occasion. Well, that happened last year with Spencer Dinwiddie. When Jeremy Lin and D'Angelo Russell both went down to injury, this kid went from a D-League player to a starter in the NBA, and one of the most clutch players we had for the Brooklyn Nets this past year.
It's Brooklyn's ball. To Dinwiddie. Down to 5 on the 24. Has a chance, and the Clippers able to clear the board. Doesn't have the touch. No good. No, I missed a short one there. George lets it fly. Cleans it up. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Dinwiddie into the front court. His guys down 3. Trying to cash in. Dinwiddie shot. No good. To George. To Williams.
Hey, box out.
Can't connect from in close. Dinwiddie with the basketball. Shot clock off as they trail by 3. Lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Deep 3 at the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The Clippers are out in front. Brooklyn basketball here as we start the 4th quarter, and they watch that halftime lead slip away. Now they find themselves down on the scoreboard.
Ed, so many times I see teams with the lead play a lot more loose. They start trying things that are uncharacteristic of how they play. This team right now needs to go back to the way they played in the first half. Continue to execute with that kind of mindset and that mentality.
Williams to Paul George.
Watch the cutter, man.
Not that time. Another shot stays out. To Jordan. Durant buries it on the catch and shoot. How do you neutralize a threat like Kevin Durant?
Well, that weak side defender constantly has to shade Kevin Durant, and that primary defender, you have to funnel KD into help every single possession, contest shots, and hope that you can deter his vision and that he misses.
In the slam.
And easy two, get back on defense.
Irving brings the ball up court. Durant here against Harkless. Irving. To Durant. The Nets now with 4 to shoot. Irving. Shot from the lane won't go. Harkless. No good. Irving into the front court. His group now down 2 to Durant. Irving to Durant. For 3. And the Clippers have the rebound. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Durant against Paul George. Here comes the screen. Great defense there, forcing the pickup to Jordan. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. Got toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion, and it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance, and in their mind they do, but in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
Here comes the screen. Durant to Irving. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. To Williams. To George. Williams. It's no good. Shot's not going down. Durant across the timeline. Down 2. To Irving. To Durant. Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. Kevin Durant lets it fly. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Nothing going here on that drive. To Harkless.
Hand up, here it comes.
The Clippers with 4 to shoot. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. 4-3. Rebound taken in by the Nets. To Irving. Takes stock of the floor. Jordan to Durant. The Nets now with 4 to shoot. To Irving. Fires the 3. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Here's Irving into the front court. Down just a couple. No good and no foul. to Paul George. Here comes the screen. George, defended by Kevin Durant. Nice pass to set things up.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Knocked loose. Clippers have got it. And he's fouled. And he earns a trip to the line.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
First try, no good. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Irving with the basketball. The deficit now up to 5. Short jumper off the mark. The follow won't go either.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Kyrie with the rock. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Beverly to Leonard. DeAndre Jordan sends it away. That's his third block this evening.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Beverly to Leonard. Able to convert inside.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
Durant with the basketball up top. Down 5. Has a look. A shot by Durant that's no good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
George. It's a big finish.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. Here's a chance from long range. No good. To Leonard. Shot won't go. Into the front court, it's Irving. The margin standing now at 7. Durant, too easy. Defense has to communicate.
Ed, I don't know what was said at halftime, but whatever the coach said, it worked. This second half performance has been unreal.
Leonard to George. DeAndre Jordan able to recover with the block. 4th this contest.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Now the Clippers call a timeout. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with 1 remaining. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Louis Williams into the game for Brooklyn.
Kawhi Leonard against KD. DeAndre Jordan with a piece. Ooh, 5 now. Irving brings the ball up court. Short jumper misses. Beverly into the front court. Leads a bucket. To Leonard. Reset here. Let's see what they do. Here's Leonard for two. Not going down for him this time. Durant across the timeline. He'll run the offense. To Irving. Durant. To Irving. Defense making the ball handler work. Kyrie. That's no good.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Number 2, Brooklyn Nets are in the penalty.
It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win a close one by 2. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Clippers emerged victorious after a tight finish. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. Check out the leading scores for the Los Angeles Clippers. When you have a look at these highlights, you can see how this team wasn't able to get it together. It was definitely a frustrating loss. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose, signing out.
Yeah, I miss you, but I got no time for that. Yeah, I miss you, but I got no time for that. How could you wish you never play me? Had no time for that. Play me, you got no time for that. How could you move it like you call you back?